What is happening, guys? This is Bharat Nagpal for iGyaan, and today we got some packages in our office. So we've got the Galaxy Note 3 Neo and the Galaxy Note Pro, the tablet which was announced at CES earlier this year. We had a little go with it. We did a quick hands-on. Right now I'm going to be looking at the Note 3 Neo, which is right here in front of you. And as you can see, the packaging has also been toned down. So this device essentially is a toned down version of the original Note 3. And the packaging itself is a toned down version of that. So instead of a hard shell packaging, we get a really soft shell packaging. The device does feature a lesser processor, a lesser display, and overall lesser features, but it does include Note type features as well. Now the MRP on the box is 43,000 approximately, but you can get it for slightly cheaper, actually much cheaper in the market. So let's go ahead and cut through these seals real quick. And there's one more over here, but I don't need to remove that. So I'm just gonna pull out the tray, and as you can see over here, we've got the white color. So I'm going to try and get this out of the way. The plastics always come off, but this is what we have. We do have the leather type feel on the back. I'm going to put this to the side for the time being, and I'm going to go further in. So you can see a quick start guide along with some warranty information and other important documentation in the usual Samsung format. You get a standard USB to micro USB cable, which is also in white color. You get the in-ear style earphones along with a inline microphone and volume toggle, which is good. Standard Samsung style earphones, so nothing special over there. You do have a Samsung logo on the ear tips as well. Soft rubber ear tips, and you get an additional set of ear tips as well. You get the standard style wall charger from Samsung, so USB port on the side of the charger. You do get a stylus tip changing device along with additional stylus tips, so that's good for the S Pen. Additional tips as well as the tool to remove the tips, and then you have the battery, which is a 3100 milliamp hour battery. So that's everything from the box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Note 3 Neo itself. So the Note 3 Neo is essentially available for as low as 37,900 rupees in some places. So do a bit of research before you finally decide to buy this device. Now this variant is the N7500, which is the 3G variant and not the LTE variant available in several markets. So this is the 3G only version available for the Indian market. So if we talk about the specs over here, we have a 5.5 inch 720 by 1280 pixel display. It's an HD display, but not a full HD display. It does give you 267 pixels per inch in terms of pixel density, and it is a Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen display. So that's good. So you should have great visibility as well. If we talk about the front camera, we have a 2 megapixel camera that does do 1080p video. You have your earpiece along with a couple of sensors on the top. And then you have the hardware button in the center at the bottom, along with two touch capacitive buttons on either side. If you look at the right of the device, you have the standard location for the power button for Samsung devices. On the top is the infrared blaster, the secondary noise cancellation microphone, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left is the volume rocker, and on the bottom is the speakerphone, the microphone, along with a micro USB charging data syncing port. And also the stylus goes at the bottom, just like in the case of the standard Note 3. And the stylus is also the new stylus that we found on the Note 3. If you look at the back, we have this leather stitch or the leather stitch design for the back panel. Slightly more softer to touch compared to the one that we saw on the Note 3. You do have an 8 megapixel camera, which is also a toned down camera. You do have LED flash, and the camera will do 1080p video. You also have stereo sound recording with the camera, which is good. So let's pop out the back panel real quick. Once you remove the back panel, you can see the SIM card slot is over here, and you also have a micro SD card slot which is above the SIM card slot, and then you have the battery compartment. So I'm going to pop in the battery real quick. Let's get rid of the plastic from the front, and let's go ahead and power on the device. I'm going to quickly run through this setup. So you can pull out multiple applications from the side if you want to do that. So just pull out this tray and then simply pull out whatever application that you need to pull out. So you get a dual window sort of layout over here. You can also adjust the height of each individual window as per your requirement. We also have a set of Samsung applications including Action Memo, S Health, S Translator, the Watch On application. You also have Samsung Link, S Voice. You have the Samsung Calculator and Story Album, etc. You can also pull out the stylus from the bottom real quick and you get your command menu over here. You can get rid of that or you can pull it up at any point simply by hovering on the screen and pressing the button on the stylus. Again, you can simply hover over wherever you want to go. So if you want to go into the S Finder, the scrapbooker, etc., simply hover over that and select it as per your requirement, just like you could on say the Note 3. So they essentially added all those features here as well. The notification panel is similar to what we saw on previous editions, so nothing great over there. And if we go into About Device, we'll be able to see that this device is running Android 4.3 Jelly Bean and should be able to give an update to KitKat soon enough. The device seems to be working quite snappily, in fact. Now if we talk about specs on the inside, we have a quad-core 1.3 GHz Cortex A7 along with a dual-core 1.7 GHz Cortex A15 processor. So we have a dual combination processor. And for the GPU, we have the Mali T624 GPU. The chipset is the Exynos 5260, which is Samsung's own proprietary chipset. If we talk about storage on the device, we have 16 GB of inbuilt storage and we have 2 GB of RAM. Out of the 16 GB, only 11 GB is available to the user. However, you can add a micro SD card up to 64 GB in the compartment provided. Now the interface is very Samsung-like I said before, so I'm going to quickly jump into the dialer. You'll be able to see that we have a very traditional Samsung style dialer. You can also initiate video calls from here, standard phone calls from here, so nothing special in terms of design or overall layout. And if you go into messages, you'll be able to see a very traditional Samsung sort of keyboard. You can enable things like swipe and handwriting. That's thanks to the use of the stylus. So you can go into auto capitalization, auto spacing, or you can get continuous input. You can also get cursor control if you want that. If you want to do handwriting input, you can simply jump over here and go into handwriting input and that will pop up over here. Let's load up our website and see how it looks in the browser. So it quickly loads up the website and it looks really nice. Scrolling seems to be fast and really responsive. So we are happy with that overall. Also pinching in and pinching out along with pinching in and panning around seems to be very nice and responsive as well. If I move into landscape, there's a quick switch and auto adjustment of the screen size, which is great, and scrolling remains very smooth and accurate, along with pinching in again remains smooth enough. So we are happy with that overall. Browser seems fast and responsive, but we'll check that out more when we finally review the device. One last thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to jump into YouTube and play a video on the screen. The screen looks really nice and vivid. I get great viewing angles over here, so that's good. I don't think I have any reason to complain about this device, except for the fact that it is not a full HD display at a price of about 37,000 rupees, which is quite disappointing if you ask me.
What's happening, guys? It's Nagpal, and we're going to be reviewing the new Motorola Moto G.
So I don't know if you guys can see, but viewing angles are really crisp on this. So very happy with the way the device has a display which is nice and has great viewing angles. It's fairly vivid, and we've actually toned down the brightness quite a lot so that you can see the device properly in the video. But it's actually much brighter than what you can see on screen right now. Again, you have a set of Samsung sort of UI on this TouchWiz interface. So you get your Samsung weather applications, and of course you have your standard set of S Pen features. So if I want to go into an action memo, I can do that real quick from here as well, as you can see, or I can pull out my scrapbooker, I can also pull out a screen write. So if I want to do that, it will quickly take a screenshot and I'll be able to write on my screenshot. So that's good. More features include the search function, the S Finder, or a pen window, which will allow me to sort of open up a calculator or similar applications, including YouTube application, phone, etc. Directly on the screen here itself. So according to the size I want, I can open that up and put it to the side. Those are some of the features of the S Pen that you'll find on the Note 3 Neo. Of course, we'll be back with a full review and we'll do a hands-on, and also we'll do a comparison with the Note 3 to tell you whether or not you should spend that extra moolah. Also, you can get a Galaxy Note 2 for a considerably cheaper price. So we'll tell you whether or not you would like to go for that device. So we'll do a comparison between this, the Note 3, and the Note 2, in fact, to tell you whether or not you should choose this device or a cheaper device or a slightly more expensive device. Overall build and feel seems nice, so no complaints over there. Almost feels like a Note 3 to look at, so that definitely gives it the upper edge. You can pass on the Note 3 Neo as a Note 3 if that's something that you're looking to do. But pretty happy with the overall design and shape of the device. It is traditionally Samsung, so you will see completely plastic design, plastic shell, plastic size, plastic front, although the front is an AMOLED display. So you do have that. So there you go, guys. This was a quick unboxing and first look at the new Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo. If you have any questions or queries, do drop them in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to iGyaan on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, and our other channel, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan Networks, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.